Yeah, we made the point earlier that Trent takes all the plaudits because it's just a brilliant defence splitting pass, but do not underestimate on the half volley outside of the left foot set up Mo Salah. That's a tough skill, but to execute just beautifully, didn't have to break his stride. 03717223344. Let's go and speak to Matt, who is a Liverpool fan. Matt, good evening, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. Evening, Jace. Evening, Benny. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Where are you, Matt? You in your car?
Good. I am indeed, yes.
You are? Okay. Where are you going?
I'm driving home.
Oh, driving home from New Year, not driving home for Christmas. Where have you been? You've been working?
I have been working indeed, yeah. Working in Ipswich, not far from where Benny used to be here. Right?
Okay,
nice. Yeah. What part of Ipswich?
Well, it's actually near the coast in Bordsey.
Okay,
down by the coast.
Yeah, nice.
Do you know it?
Yeah, I do.
But you don't know it.
I do know it. I used to live in Kesgrave, which is that end to go out to.
Okay, just testing. Go on in, Matty boy. What do you want to say?
Well, I want to talk about Robbo. I think you got it right in talking, in terms of him being the best ever. In my eyes, he is the best ever. He gets the plaudits for his assists, but being up at Anfield, you see him sometimes not really giving credit for his engine. He is an absolute athlete, one of the best we've ever seen. You see him making these crazy 80-yard presses when you see him the keeper. He's the furthest forward, and I think sometimes that's not really recognised by the kind of public in general, really. So I would certainly have him up there, along sort of fellow Scott Stevie Nicol and Big Stan, Steve Staunton, Reese. But I would genuinely put Robbo up there as the best ever.
Better than Ashley Cole.
He's talking Liverpool.
Oh,
Liverpool.
Yeah, wow.
If you'd have asked me if I'd choose Ashley Cole or Robbo in this day and age to play in our Liverpool squad, 100% I'd choose Robbo.
I think that's a great point, actually. So you're not comparing apples and apples, are you? It's like slightly different. Two fullbacks doing
different roles,
different jobs for the team. If you're asking for me the best left back this country's ever seen, it's Ashley Cole.
Yeah,
but Robertson now plays in a different way.
They're like wingers.
That's exactly who they are.
Yeah.
That's exactly who they are.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm trying to. So Phil Neal, you won the European Cup. Who played left back? Who scored the winning penalty? His name eludes me. In Rome.
Darren Kennedy.
Kennedy, there you go. He was left back, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. How does he rank?
Well, he's definitely top five. But Robbo, for his all-round game, you're always going to get 100% in every single week. Yeah. So for me, he's number one.
I agree. Matt, thanks for the call. Have a great New Year.
You too. Take care.
Cheers, mate. Something that hasn't been mentioned about Robertson as well. He's a horrible, horrible man as well.
Yeah, he is.
He's got a nasty streak. He has. He growls. He sticks his foot in.
A little bit Owsery.
That. Not many people kind of notice that, I don't think.
Yeah.
But there's an edge to him, which I love.
Do you know what?
I love that. There's someone can be nasty. Yeah.
But
I'm sure if you met him for the pitch, lovely guy.
But that's like Ashley Cole. But Ashley Cole wasn't really Housery. He was just horrible. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He would just leave his foot in there. One then we tried to get away with it. He would just do it for the sake of it.
Why not? You can get away with more back then.
Exactly. So, but it's almost like, look at the way Chelsea play with their fullbacks, like the likes of Alonso, these guys. Would Chelsea fans take Ashley Cole in the system now? Or the left back that you've got, say, Chilwell?
Chilwell's an attacking left back. He's exactly the same as he's in the Robertson mould.
That's my point. So a lot of people talk about today's football.
Are we saying that Ashley Cole couldn't adapt?
He could adapt. He would adapt.
Of course he could.
Yeah.
Of course he could. But his job is his main objective, that whenever he played with Chelsea or Arsenal, stay tight to your centre half.
Yeah.
Be in support, of course.
But he could get up there, could get goals.
He could. But his remit was defence first, attack second.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was. There wasn't
much wrong. I don't think there was anything wrong with his game.
Have you seen? There's a clip on social media that goes around about the games he played against Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Have you seen the defensive masterclass?
Yeah.
And I think Ronaldo came out and said his toughest opponent ever was Ashley Cole.
I'm surprised. But it almost felt like there was a real mutual respect between the two.
Oh, yeah, of course. You would. You can't help but not,
but
surely.
Like, some people coming up against Ronaldo would probably quiver a little bit and go, I don't fancy this today. Yeah. It was like Ashley Cole lived for their moments.
Yeah. You ain't getting past me.
Yeah.
No, absolutely no chance. Time to go and speak to Ad? Yeah, we do. Let's go and speak to Ad, who's a QPR and Moroccan fan. Ad, good evening.
Evening, Darren. Evening, Jason. How are you lot?
We're good, mate.
We're good, mate. How you doing?
Merry Christmas, Ad.
Darren, don't worry, mate. I've been wounded the last 4 or 5 days as well.
Oh, you've been ill?
You've been ill?
Oh, mate, I've had a terrible one. I've not been able to eat for about 3 days.
Oh, what's happened? Tell me what's happened.
I don't know. I just had this bug come out from nowhere. I've had the shivers, the sweats. It's just been terrible.
Right. Okay. And
I had the sweats.
You had the sweats as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't nice.
But there's always that silver line. You know, you've lost a bit of weight, maybe. I mean, that's always around Christmas. It can't be a bad thing. I don't want to cast aspersions here that you might need to lose weight, but is it a silver lining?
I don't celebrate Christmas anyway, so for me, I didn't miss out on much.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, fair enough. So then basically, it's just been a bad one. There's no silver lining or anything to it.
No, it's just been a bad week. That's all.
Been a bad week.
I don't feel ill.
All right. Listen, before we're going to talk about fullbacks. You're a Moroccan fan. In the break, Benji and I were talking about the two fullbacks you had at the World Cup.
Yeah. Oh. And you got to remember, our left back Mazraoui, the one that's at BeIN, he's not even a left back.
And he was outstanding.
He was outstanding.
You talk about the pairing; those two, Hakimi and him, were. Well,
they were my two. They were my two fullbacks for the World Cup.
Same here. Yeah.
They were fantastic, but you know what? When we talk about fullbacks, I think if you ask Roy Keane this question, he would have probably said to you, Dennis Irwin might be the best left back he's ever seen. In my era, the way football's going, I think the way Trent and Robertson play, they're just like it's unreal.
Adam, how old are you?
I'm 29. I just turned 29. But for me, the best fullback player and I think Darren and Jason, you'll agree, Dani Alves and Jordi Alba.
Okay.
Fair, very good. I mean, I probably would go Cafu and Carlos just ahead of them.
Yeah, but you probably don't remember them.
Them two are...
You've got to remember, Dani Alves is the most decorated footballer in history.
Yeah, another nasty piece of work that you...
Nasty, and you was talking earlier about Robertson's nasty and Housery. If you remember that game against Barca at Anfield, if you remember what he was doing to Messi, there's a little clip of him. He pushes his head to the ground. It just shows you he's not intimidated by name or by personality. He's there to do a job, and you know what? That pass by Trent, like I can't believe people were saying that he can't play for England. I just don't get it.
He can play for England. It's just that Southgate requires a little something different out of his.
Where would you say Trent ranks amongst not just England's best right backs, but the world? Because you've got players like Cafu coming out and saying this guy is the real deal. If someone like that's paying you a compliment, you must be doing something.
But this goes back to the point we were just talking about with Trent. Trent is one of the best attacking fullbacks in the planet. There's no doubt about that, right? No doubt about that, right?
Yeah.
But, and there is a but, Southgate requires... Klopp doesn't mind Trent being out of position at times. Trent, he almost not actively encourages, but it's like if there's a breakdown in possession, it's not his fault, and they are in a position where they can't get back. It's almost like Klopp says, "Do you know what? That's risk and reward." Southgate's different. Southgate doesn't want that.
But you have to remember, if he's going to play like that, even if Southgate doesn't want to play like that, you've got players like Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, who can work hard, who can sweep up. So and with Liverpool, he's got that as well. He's got Fabinho that does that for him, Henderson. So it can work. And if we're being honest, I don't think there's been a player since David Beckham in England that has a right foot like Trent. Trippier is great, but Trent's right foot is unbelievable. That pass the other day. If that pass was by a fullback who had Dino at the end of his name, who was Spanish, it would be all over the internet.
No, that's fair. If Pirlo done it, or Zidane, you'd be seeing it time and time again. And listen, safe journey. Have a great New Year.
You too. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Cheers, matey. Adam, their QPR fan, Moroccan. I think we kind of touched on that, didn't we? We kind
of said that Trent's arguably the most naturally gifted technician with as a fullback we've seen for a while. But I mean, there have been other fullbacks with great quality. People like Leighton Baines, his left foot was lovely.
His left foot was great. Yeah, indeed.